Hey everyone, the Castle here, doing a Cryptalk. Haven't done one of these in a little bit. I'll probably have another video out with this as well to talk about the game dev stuff. So yeah, wait for the other video. But here's something interesting. I haven't really done a Cryptalk in a while, and I just haven't really been super inspired to do one. But it does actually occur to me that there's some things that would actually be really fun to point out about cryptocurrency that a lot of people don't really talk about. Or maybe just a lot of people are blind to it or don't understand. So the first thing, um, what is like a use case outside of money? Because everybody will say, "Oh, cryptocurrency has never had like a killer DApp yet, right?" There's no killer DApp. There's no like crypto kitties that's actually going to be really and everything. That's kind of myopic because the killer DApp for cryptocurrency has always just been money. However, what is a practical use for cryptocurrency outside of money? If you ever need to store text, like tweets from Twitter on text format on the internet, and you don't want to pay for servers, and you want to put the cost off on the end user, but you still want to utilize it using your interface or whatever, just pick one of the many blockchains that are already out there. Yeah, you do it for free. Yeah, it's excellent. Literally anybody right now, at any point in time, can just start their own social media platform and just piggyback on an existing cryptocurrency and do it for like pennies on the dollar, no cost at all. I mean, you could choose to use something that would be called proof of stake, which would end up causing you to have to pay a little bit of money, but it's cheap as fuck compared to other options. Having to actually like store all that information on servers and stuff like that. And here's the really fun thing about it: like if you use Ethereum, the end user would end up paying the transaction fee in order to put their tweet up or whatever. And I mean that might I used to think that wouldn't be very like something that wouldn't be something very popular. Sorry, I need more coffee. It's so cold in here. I'm like freezing it. My fucking coffee froze. So having to actually make a cost for each transaction. I mean, I don't think I think in this day and age right now, I don't know. I don't think it's really that big of a deal anymore. It's usually pretty cheap. And if you support more than one blockchain, you can allow people to choose which blockchain they want to use. So then you can just keep costs down that way. So like literally anybody with any design sense whatsoever can utilize maybe two or three different coins if they have a way to actually interface with them. Make a social media page that just literally just as simple as possible allows people to just post text anywhere on the internet, and it's completely permissionless and censor. Like there's no central entity that actually controls it, which actually kind of brings something up that's really interesting. Social media where there's no actual owner, people being able to post videos. This is also extends out to videos as well, because it's IPFS support. IPFS hash is just a string of text, basically like a giant phone number that points to a video file on the internet. And that's all you need to store on the blockchain. So you have an IPFS hash, boom, you just store that hash, and it's a link to a video. And then if the video is still available, which it usually is going to be if it's at all popular and it's on IPFS, it's basically impossible to delete it. Even the CIA themselves couldn't do it. Then there you go. So that's actually like a really basic use case that actually is totally functional right now, which is actually really funny, okay? Because there are people like Facebook and Zuckerberg and their Librecoin, completely unnecessary. It's actually the biggest line of bullshit ever. Librecoin, when I think about it from any actual like practical standpoint, is hilariously stupid, because what they're doing is they're trying to be in control of all the nodes so that they can be in control of the transactions. But there are already dozens, if not hundreds of other cryptocurrencies out there that are fully capable of doing the exact same shit that they would be doing, except they wouldn't be able to control it if we used one of those other ones instead. Literally, we are just a fucking interface away. Like, just a web page. A web page that can talk to a blockchain and post messages away from being able to do the same shit that Librecoin was going to be able to do anyway. I mean, barring the fact that that we'd have to have the marketing and, the reputation. Oh, God, the reputation of Facebook, right? But that's why it's such bullshit. We shouldn't even be talking about it. Like, Librecoin shouldn't even... Fuck it. Fuck Librecoin. It doesn't need to exist. There's no point. I mean, fuck, you could even use Bitcoin for this. You can use Bitcoin Cash. You can use Ethereum. You can use XRP. You could use fucking EOS. EOS already has one. You could use Steam. Steam already exists. You could use the biggest shit coins that are pennies on the dollar right now for entire coins and accomplish the same thing that they were going to do, but better. Because, one, you can actually have some degree of privacy. I mean, there you go. I mean, what the fuck? Why would anyone want to do that? This is actually another thing that's actually kind of funny. State-sanctioned cryptocurrencies. Why? Does the same thing. Does the same thing. If it's state-sanctioned, or if it's just some dude in his basement that made the currency and, like, put it out there, it doesn't matter. In fact, Bitcoin came from some dude in his basement, basically. According to what we know right now, the real Satoshi lost his wallet because he was an idiot. It's kind of funny, but just some dude made this coin, and now it's like super popular. That's it. If it's state sanctioned, it's still using the exact same technology. So you can do things like I don't know, what would be the advantages, right? You can go totally power hungry right now. You can literally see every dime, every penny, dime, and nickel that's spent, tracked in real time on this blockchain, and you could spy on your citizens indefinitely, and you can automate the entire tax system so that taxes are guaranteed. Like, nobody can dodge their taxes. It's like you can't even do it even if you wanted to, kind of a situation. But there's no reason for it to exist. Why bother? I mean, I could see why they would want it, but you can do that as an individual. The Satoshi, the guy, the creator of Bitcoin, he could have just built that into Bitcoin in the first place himself. Anyone could do it. It's just an organized way to do taxes. You could actually make your own tax system. You could automate the entire tax system. Anybody who makes a coin can actually make it so that the coin automatically keeps track of your taxes. Automatically. No need for a single human being to look over it. It just works. All of it. You can automate all of your taxes. You don't need a single CPA. You don't need anybody. You don't need a business person to watch it. Nothing. You can remove the IRS. You can remove any tax specialists. All of them. Gone. Fucking get your own job. Get a new job. You can get rid of them all. Don't need it. Yeah. It's kind of funny. It's actually hilarious. And I guess it's one of the reasons why you're probably going to start seeing a lot of people actually freaking out. I mean, they're already freaking out about it, but I mean, why bother with a state-sanctioned one? We can actually just do private. We could do private coins, privately created coins, and do all the same things that taxes would have done in the first place. We don't even need the government to collect taxes anymore. No, not theoretically. All you have to do is just you can get the roads and the military and everything, all of it. You can just automate it under a system like that, and it doesn't even have to be controlled by the government. It could just be controlled by the citizens. Yeah, all of it. You can sit here and you can actually set up these systems just simply. All you do is you use the coin. It keeps it sends certain amount from each transaction over, and and tallies it up at the end of the year or something based on some simple smart contract or something like that. Everybody can audit the smart contract and see if it's if there's any malicious content there. It's completely open source, absolutely no hidden actors or whatsoever, and we can actually just we could do charities, we can do spending, government spending, all of it automatically, all of it completely. It's simple actually. It's not even that complicated. You would have to have maybe each private entity would probably still have to communicate with the government, but we'd be able to completely automate all of it. So there's that. Um, Actually, I mean, it would be kind of funny to see somebody like just build an example of this, but we've already got multiple examples of the of of doing it with social media. Social media is the other killer app other than money. But the way smart contracts actually work, yeah, there's absolutely no need for the government to be hiring anyone to handle any of these things. You don't need it. It's completely automated. You can automate all of it just utilizing a simple smart contract or a complex smart contract. But whatever. Um, what about for stuff that's outside of the coin? Well, I mean, it won't really matter because I guess you would have to enforce that people would have to use certain coins or something like that. If they decide to use coins that are outside of your coin, then maybe they're just not gaining any benefit from it. That would make them greedy. But I mean, anyone who actually wants the country not to fail would just utilize the coin and be good about it. I mean, you could probably have a little bit of oversight, something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So there's absolutely no reason why Librecoin should exist because it's corporate based. Because you could do the same thing with non-corporate based ones. There's no reason for a state-sanctioned cryptocurrency to exist either, because you could do the same things that a state can do. You can automate the entire need for a corporation or a state. Yeah, you completely automate all of it. There's no need for any of it. Um, I mean, obviously you're still going to want to have entrepreneurs and people, inventing new stuff and everything like that. But you can automate how they get money as well. Yeah. So, well, it's actually a really simple thing to convey. So, it's actually well, there isn't really anything to even add to this. It's that simple. If a smart contract overlooks every single transaction and does exactly what it's supposed to do for every single transaction, there you go. We could have dozens or so different coins, all with competing, concepts. The right wing people can use the this coin, and the left wing people can use this coin. They can deal with the higher taxes, and may the more successful ideology survive. That's it. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs in the next 10 years. That's actually not funny.